Do 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 do. Oh, ho, ho, just release me, just release me. Oh, ho, 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 just release me, just release me. Oh, ho, ho, just release me. Yeah, this is Andre Way. We just released. Just come and reminisce about some things this morning. Uh, I pray peace upon y'all families today. And I pray peace upon those who are incarcerated. Men, women, and teenagers. Have you ever just uh, came into a situation where you and somebody else had something going on? You and the other person, this can be in prison, it can be outside of prison. But y'all had something going on which was illegal. But nobody knew but you two. And all of a sudden, the police ride down on you, right? The police in the world and the laws in the penitentiary, they ride down on you. They take you to the jail over here, but in prison they take you to the one building, administration building, right? And what they have is evidence against you, and how they obtained that evidence was by a snitch. It was by a snitch, right? Snitches in prison today, you can know them. You can know they are snitches, and nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. They go tell it, and you know they told it, but nobody won't do nothing to them. Back in the day, a snitch would get his head split. A snitch would get his head split easily, quick, easily, right? Well, the snitches back then was the snitches outside of the circle of the group of people who had it going on. But in today's time, the snitches are inside the circle among one another. How could they find out if only me and you know what's going on? Because let me tell you why. One of them told somebody, and they told it. Them two might not have told it, but the person who one of them told might have told it, right? But you can't justify snitching. You can't justify it because it's wrong, and it's totally a violation, and that a person should damn near get his life taken in prison. I'm talking about in prison because it's so many snitches in prison, right? But this is the thing. Why would you get in the game? Why would you get in the game knowing that you finna probably go home, but you don't want to leave the game alone? And all of a sudden, you get busted, right? And this is real. This is real. Here, what I'm about to tell you. Okay, one of the guys inside the circle, or female units, they get busted, right? You don't know they got busted, and this person might be finna make parole, right? So they've been put him in a position where you want parole, you gonna want your parole, or you going, or you ain't going home. So they put him in a position where he tell it, right? And he set the people up. He set the people up because he's a coward and he had no business in the game. See, everybody can't sell phones. Everybody can't sell cans of tobacco. Everybody can't sell ounces of weed. See what I'm talking about? Somebody got to be a buyer. A buyer. This, in order to get rid of it, right? So this is what take place. The contraband guys who are in the game, they They can't hold nothing up until on themselves. I remember a situation that had took place on I was on I believe I was on McConnell unit, and they had these guys working up front, and these guys had it going on. They didn't never take nothing back. They would have somebody come up there and get it. So with this going on, they was dealing with the snack machine man who was bringing the snacks. Now, ain't number two people know what's going on because they work up front. So what take place is they all got both of them got keys to the snack machine. All they do is put the money in there for the snack machine man, and he put the drop inside of there. So they go get the drop and they send it home. They was lived on the dorm. Well, one night, one of the guys, he felt like he didn't want to do that. He didn't want. He had a pack, one pack, and he was going back to the house. But when he got to the A turnout, Miss Smith, who was a police woman, was there, and she shook him down and found the pack. Now, instead of him taking that fall, he don't take the fall. He get a snack machine man up. He get a snack machine man up. And remember, I told you, the snitches are inside your circle because, see, the snitches don't know what's going on. They can't pinpoint what's happening. So they not telling it. The ones that's telling it is the one that's inside the circle of you all. I had a situation that I was in one time, and we from back in the game, we played people, we played the administration, we played a lot of people, the COs, we even played them out their money, and to go in there and tell it, you have to, if you got busted, right, you have to have something that would look right. That would look right. Because tastes good. You need to not go in there and tell it on the law. You don't have to tell it on the law all the time. You don't have to tell it on the law all the time. But people do. People do. And they would they would tell it, right? They'd be in lockup. And they would tell it and get shipped. But that's, and it follows you, right? That stuff follows you, man. They had a guy named Thunder. Thunder gave this law up, this female. And she used to be live. One of the livest ones. She was one of the last gangsters of the women. And Thunder told it on. Set up. And they all knew it. But Thunder got shipped to Micah's unit. And word got over there what Thunder did. And the Mexicans got hold to him up. Thunder did right now. He made parole, but he died out there in society. But so many situations like what Thunder did, out of spite, because he felt like Miss Sanders was messing with another man. Let me tell you something. Them women in that penitentiary is for everybody. Everybody. And it's not for you to fall in love. It's for you to gain something by being out there and having a woman allowed in your favor. That's in your favor. So you can't go around telling on somebody that's benefiting the farm. Let's say This man getting pounds of weed, he getting phones, he getting tobacco. Well, sometimes the unit be dry, right? It be dry, you can't find nothing. That's because they don't snitched on all the laws that was good. They snitched on all the laws that was good. Snitching. Let me tell you another scenario or something took place. They had this punk called Baby Doll. Baby Doll was a high profile snitch, and was still walking around population. Well, what happened? Uh, they had a law in the kitchen. He been doing this for years. Somebody set him up, got him. So one of his law workers, old West, went and bust baby head wig open. Yeah, West went and bust baby doll head open. Come to find out, it wasn't baby doll. Ooh, I'm going in pain. It wasn't baby doll. So, you know what they said? They told West, hey man, that wasn't even baby doll. You know what he said? But that's all right. He should have been and got his head split. Because he was a snitch. He was a high-power snitch. But it was another guy that used to be within the circle at that age. People snitch people. You got to watch the dealings that you deal with inside of prison. If a man is short, you don't deal with him. If a man done made parole, you don't deal with him. Them dudes ain't gonna lose. They not gonna get busted and gone on, let them take the parole from them. No, they ain't that stiff. They not that stiff. They gonna tell it. They're gonna tell it and give you up in the law. So basically, if you go to prison, you have to totally mind your business. And if you do catch a law, you don't need nobody else. You don't need nobody else. You can do it yourself. You can do it yourself because you ain't gonna snitch on yourself. I hope. I pray. Because it's a way you have to move. It's a way. It's a time frame of what you do, and you can get by. But if you place people in your mix, then you giving them the opportunity to tell it on you. You giving them opportunity. You fought yourself. See, a lot of times dudes, they go to hollering about, man, these bees ain't no good, these bees, or snitching. If I catch one of y'all, I'm gonna kill you. You already know who it is, why you ain't killed him yet. He know who it is, but they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. So we look at this situation, and I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is facts, right? And what I'm telling you is things that can get you by. Things that can get you by and not get you busted. I've told you that I deal with them punks a lot. But them punks will tell it on you, right? Them punks gonna tell it. They can't handle no downfall. But you have to totally understand the game that you done got yourself in prison. Because you have dudes that you deal with on a daily basis have a jealous heart. They have a jealous heart and they're telling on you. Then you have the punks. The punks are telling on you too, just so they can try, to get their man moved. You know what I'm saying? And regular dudes will do that too. They mess with punks. If they trying to get a punk in a cell, they'll set you up and have you busted. And they're gonna move that punk where the dude said. And that's just how it is. That's how it is in Texas prisons. You can't deal with everybody. You can't deal with everybody. If you one of them hustlers, you gonna hustle in prison. You're gonna hustle in prison cause there's so much money moving around in prison, right? You can make more money in prison than you can make out here. And that's crazy, and it's like that. But be careful. Be careful who you open up with. Be careful who you think you can trust. Be careful because it's your life. It's your life. If you get busted, guess what? Then you gonna face the consequences. It's gonna be you and not nobody else. Don't be afraid to allow somebody to sell what you got. Give it to them. No, you got roaches. You know, there's some roaches up in here, and if you give it to them, they gonna mess your stuff out. So you don't give it to them. You go handpick who you wanna mess with, but they not knowing your business. All they know is that you got them working for them, and that's how it is. Unless you tell them your business, I guarantee you'll get busted sooner or later. And And it's sad because we inmates, right? We inmates, and see, ain't nothing but black, white, and gray to me in prison. My peers are those who are in white. The peers that's in gray is gonna stick together. They're gonna lie and everything. And I don't care if you have a gal, that she'll lie. She gonna lie because they not gonna place their life and they in your hands when they only met you on the unit. But they've been knowing these other people for years. They went to school with them and everything. So they're not gonna back you up. You got a few women might, but it's a lot that's not. They're gonna try to, figure out a way to get themselves out of the trouble. So we have to pay attention to people inside a prison. Always. Always. And you have to pay attention outside, out here. Because they running around out here. Them police ain't flying around for nothing. They flying around because they got some information. I told you that when you tell somebody about just release, tell me that like button. Tell me that like button. Because ain't no telling what I might come back with next. But I'ma come. I'ma come because just release, things have to be heard. Things have to be told because the system is well put together to try and keep an inmate inside these walls of confinement. But you're going to fight them. You're going to fight them. Because it's a fight going on. It's a fight going on, people. And these other people don't care because they feel like you ain't nothing. Don't you know a warden? He can stop the police from coming up on this compound. Yeah, they got power. That's another world. That's another world, people. And all they doing in there is buying trucks and having babies by one another's man. One another's man. They having sex or with her friend, him. That's what they doing. And if you're on a live unit, they hoeing. Yeah, but to say this, ain't no telling what I might talk about. Ain't no telling what's gonna come out of my mouth. But guess what? You can trust that Andre Wade gonna come with something. Andre Wade gonna come with something that's gonna be about what's facts. It ain't gonna be nothing about I heard or I have not seen. It's gonna be facts because this took place at that time. Hey, this is Andre Wade with Just Released, and I'll be back with something else.